having interviewed, 10 or so different immigration attorneys, what were some of the major differences that you saw across those 10, and what really made you decide to go with Wolfstorf, compared with some of the other options, attorneys that you spoke with?
Yeah. So the first, the establishment. So some of the attorney were like 3 years old established firm. So that was like if you have like started your journey attorney firm as a attorney firm, right? And then you may have definitely the less expertise in the handling these applications. Right. And also like when you talk, you get the sense of the like of feeling, right, from the attorney, and you can guess, you can judge like how much experience they are, right? So that was the one thing. And when I talked to like Wolfstorf, like I found like very knowledgeable. Also, their response was very good. Like one of the team member from Joey from their team, like he handled my applications and his team. So they were very prompt in responding. Also, like I asked tons of the questions related to processing my current status, how much time would it would take. Like he was able to answers all. Yeah, if you have the source of fund from here, make sure that this is ready to use. Because sometimes the source of fund generally they don't keep $1 million, almost $1 million in the saving account, right? This source of fund can be in the any form, right? It could be the stocks or it could be the real estate, right? So if you plan to use your source of fund from USA, make sure that you have so much money already, because things changes, right? If it is in some form of the investment and if this is not liquid cash, then the time you like invest, right, or the time you get where you need to submit the amount or like transfer the amount, that amount may changes, right? Because for me it was like most of the source of fund was in stocks, and during February there were a lot of changes, right? Like stocks were like falling like crazy. So those kind of planning is like very necessary. Definitely, ruler plays important role, especially like when you are from India or China, because the wait time is like it's a lot when you go for the urban. So ruler was one of the factor. I just wanted to go with the ruler one, and at the same time, I wanted to make sure that like the job creation guarantee we have. And maybe like the time when I was like processing this application, I was having only two options. One is like Tamarack, and other was like one more project where we were starting, like we were just laying the foundation. Job was also not created, but there was that builder was having the fund guarantee. Return of the fund guarantee they were giving. So these are the two options I was having, and out of them, like I chose this Tamarack one because of this ruler first, and the second is the job creation guarantee. Your team is great, like especially the Jordan. Most of my interaction like has happened with the Jordan. So he is very knowledgeable. He has the knowledge about the project, process, everything. So the one thing I noticed that the transparency. So, for example, this Tamarack project, right? Like when I was processing, none of the investor was having approved I-526 the time when I was processing. And I was like trying to do the due diligence. I was trying to understand how safe this project is. So I was trying to understand like how many investors has already have approval their applications. So I was asking a lot of questions, and I was like very much peculiar about how many investors has already got approval for I-526. So, but at that time there was none of the investor was having that approval. And then Jordan like clearly mentioned that none of the investors has approved. Like we are processing, you are maybe the top 50, first top 50 investors in this project. So, he was able to clearly convey the plus point as well as negative point of the project. So that gave the confidence. So, and the second thing is that transparency, like whatever your team has, they clearly share with the investors. So that gives the confidence. This is the example I would share with your uh, your team and the regional center. I talked with the other regional center also. Like I talked one of the same real estate project in Seattle. They weren't even knowing about what is the, like, whether their project is rural, come under the rural or urban. So like the clarity on the project, knowledge about the process, I feel very not I didn't get the feeling of the confidence with them. So that's the difference I would say between the two regional center, and also about the team. That kudos to your team, like your team is good. Great actually, not good. Yeah, two things here, a regional center and second is project, right? So the regional center, like for both, important thing is the history. Look into their history, how many projects they have done, the regional center, and what are their success rate. Uh, that is for the regional center. And second is project, right? So the important thing about the project is like project should have approval from USICS. That is the very first thing. And then second is job creation, right? The ultimate thing is the job creation. Until unless you get like 10 jobs, right? Then only you'll be able to get this green card. So look into, if job has already not been created, then there are a lot of research has requires to be done, right? We need to look into how they are estimating, how they're predicting how many job will be created, right? What other things has been taken into account, right? What are the factors they have involved? And then there it requires the studies, like if the job has not already been created, because that's the most important thing, job creation, else that all investment will go, right? So look into the project, look into the regional center history on project, look into the job creation statistics, like how they have done the computation. Look into builder history, like how many project builder has done, how many like if there is a previous project on the EB5 from that builder, whether that builder was able to return the money to the investor or not, right? How many EB5 application were the successful? So those kind of things play a very important role. And other than this, also like as I said, the communication, knowledge, those are really important things. They should be always get updated with the market, right? Because the rules keep changing like very frequently. So that is also very important thing. So yeah, I think I would suggest these many things.